Hello, folks. Pretty night. A couple of days ago, we went to the Big Hole Battlefield over in Montana, and it's just up the road from us, really, not all that far. And we've been there before, but the battle was fought on August 9th, 1877. And a few years back, we went up there for their celebration of it. This year, it was going to be on the 5th because of the way the calendar was. They wanted it on a weekend when more people would be there. And I got to say, I was a little bit disappointed. They, when we went years ago, it was really a big thing. The Perce was there dancing. They had the feather bustles and the whole thing. They were playing the drums and singing, and there was horses down on the battlefield, and there's a lot going on. This time, there was only a few people. There was, I don't know, 5 or 6 drummers, and they did a great job. It was really fun to listen to them and everything. But I realized that we're losing this stuff. It's getting more and more where the younger people, they don't really care about history, not even their own. And the Big Hole Battlefield, in case you've never heard of it, it's where Chief Joseph was running from General Gibbons. And they didn't do so well. They got away on this one. I don't know, I wouldn't really say they won, but they took a lot of losses on both sides. But they made it from here. They went down through Idaho and Montana, and then all the way on up into Canada, and ended up finally on the reservation, and things didn't go so well for them. But anyway, it's neater in person, I know, but I kind of wanted to show this. I hope you'll enjoy it. So, thanks for watching.
Great grandsons and grandsons, sons that are coming in and filling in the spots that are left because of age, and just go to the other side. So, well, that's our time. So, I'm the eldest of the bunch now. I inherited that position just a few years ago, and my name is Gordon High Eagle. My next first name is Tomalus and Lick, and basically means is that it's described to me by my mother is that where there's a windfall of trees that are all hung up together, and I'm one of them that's holding that whole thing up. So my legacy and my role is to do things to keep our society together and help. And I'm just not one person, but it's very important role. And that's why I find that very true with what I've learned around this drum and from the elders to carry on. So, tomorrow, this one is my name. Gordon, how you know?
My name is Clinton Allen. Clinton Allen, and my Indian name is Orimitatos, which means many wounds. And he's a man that's buried up along the trail that when the people were coming this way. And he stayed behind to hold up the cavalry so the rest of the people can keep moving. He was an old man when he was on the trail, and he was telling them that he can't go any further. He was tired. And so they did what he they moved on, and so he stayed behind. But he asked for some bullets and a rifle, because the cavalry was still, soldiers were still coming up after the Nez Perces on that trail, and they kept going and going and going, and they got as far as they could, and they heard some shots, and it was from that man, Oimi Tatats. When he seen the soldiers coming, he was shooting at them just to scare them, to hold them there for a while where our people kept on moving. But then he was an elderly man, and he had other wounds that he had in his life that he survived, and but when he was coming across, he got too old and didn't want to come in this way anymore. So that's the meaning of my name is Oimi Tatats, because he had wounds throughout his body, and he survived from when he was shot. And I've been singing with this drum, I don't know, for a few years, but I also sang with the older men before this drum. And I learned a lot of the songs from them. And I came on to this, I got asked to come help sing with this drum. And so I was initiated into the old timers, which was the Nez Perce drum. And they were our teachers back then. And they were like up in their, I don't know, 60s and 70s, 80s and 90s. Some of them sang for their lifetime at ceremonies or any kind of gathering that took place. And so they were all from, like you heard, a family, a big family, and which we are, a big family. And the only thing that changes us is how things are now today. That's the only thing that changes us. And, you know, we, like Alex's grandpa, Mike Penny, he was relative on my mom's side. He was relative on my dad's side. So it goes way back to a long time ago. And my dad was a Cayuse. And my mom, she was called. And my grandpa, he was called Cayuse. And my great-grandpa, he was Nez Perce, but he lived in Cayuse over in the Umatilla area. So, you know, that kind of tells about the lineage of the family. And so it kind of goes with, you know, with the drum here, the Bronchos. I sang with them for a long time. I started drumming when I was 6 years old, and I got on with them, and they kept on encouraging me. So that's what we're doing to these boys here, encouraging them to keep going on, because just like after our elders are gone, somebody has to take over. We can't let these songs go. We got to keep going, because our people ask us to come and sing. So that's what we're doing here.
Jenny Allen, this is my dad. My Indian name is Cuppet. He was buried on the trail. That's it.
I'm Alex Arthur. My Indian name's Califoon. My Indian name came from my great-grandfather, Roy White, who's a World War II veteran. Means great warrior.
I am Anton Arthur. This is my dad. My Indian name is Imakis Haspawit, which means Big Sunday. Don't really have a good history on it for me. But I am a descendant, or my fourth great grandpa is Pio Tula, and he was the one who disabled a canyon up here on that side of the tree line. So it's good to be here and learn about his history and how he kept us from.
And you single?